as they cite here, survivor benefits, for instance, Social Security survivor benefits, spousal benefits, tax breaks. You have the option normally when you're married to file jointly at the federal level. It's not an option for same-sex couples, because the federal government does not recognize you as being married, regardless of what your state says.
Right. That's not fair.
And if you're a federal employee, your private health care plan, private, public, whatever it is, through the government jobs, can't cover your same-sex spouse. Because the federal government, being a federal job, does not recognize same-sex marriages, even if you're legally married in the state that you're working and living.
That's offensive.
Massachusetts is suing the federal government to fix it. I don't know if they'll have a lot of money. But they're arguing in Massachusetts that it violates the Massachusetts Constitution, the state constitution, or Commonwealth Constitution, whatever. But I don't remember if Massachusetts is a Commonwealth or not.
I believe so.
But
I think so.
I think
Commonwealth of Massachusetts, yes. So the Commonwealth Constitution, that their citizens should have equal protection under the law, equal rights under the law, and the law, when the state law and the federal law interacts, the federal law discriminates against those state people, against those citizens.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I guess tied to that then would be Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth City Council voted 6-3 late Tuesday to expand its anti-discrimination ordinance to include transgender people.
Wow.
The ordinance already forbids discrimination based on race, sex, religion, and sexual orientation, and will now add gender identity and expression. The vote comes after Fort Worth, Texas officials appointed a task force to recommend ways to mend fences following a controversial inspection of a gay bar, the Rainbow Lounge, in June, which ended very badly. It actually sort of mirrored Stonewall.
Oh my goodness.
People got dragged out and arrested, and there was some violence going on, but not anything that led to multi-day protests. But Tuesday's vote dealt only with one facet of the litany of proposals brought before the City Council. Other recommendations from the task force, these are recommendations from the task force to the City Council, include offering domestic partner benefits and expanding the city's health insurance plan to cover gender reassignment procedures.
Wow.
In Texas.
In Texas.
Dallas, yeah, Fort Worth, Texas.
Imagine this. In Texas, in Fort Worth, Texas, they're doing this. And we can't manage to do this in Connecticut. What is going on here? we can't get the thing out of
Well, it's a city. It's a city council. It's a big city.
Yeah, I know.
But it's still the city government.
It's like, but my God, this year we're getting this through the General Assembly. I'm certainly going to go testify this year. But yeah, this past year was very disappointing.
This isn't going to make you feel any better either.
Uh-oh.
Salt Lake City legislation giving gays and lesbians protection from discrimination was supported by the Mormon Church.
Wow. Wow.
Lawmakers voted a couple nights ago to protect gays, lesbians, and trans people from discrimination in employment and housing. This is Salt Lake City. According to the Salt Lake Tribune, the legislation was passed unanimously and makes Salt Lake City the first Utah district to prohibit bias based on sexual orientation or gender identity. There are caveats, however. The legislation left open religious institutions' rights to operate their own facilities under their religious principles. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has been one of the most vociferous opponents of same-sex marriage in the U.S., pumping millions of dollars into the campaign to ban same-sex marriage in California and Maine, to repeal it in Maine. However, Michael Otterson, the Director of Public Affairs for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, said the Church supports these ordinances because they are fair and reasonable and do not do violence to the institution of marriage. He added that the Church has not changed its position on same-sex marriage and remains unequivocally committed to defending the bedrock foundation of marriage between a man and a woman. Now that's still a huge change for them, because earlier this year they had same-sex couples arrested who were kissing outside one of the temples.
That's right. Wow.
So this is actually a huge change in their public voice.
Well, as they do that, as they have people arrested for kissing in public, they're going
Charges
to,
were dropped, and there was a
Right.
huge multi-day kiss-in outside the temple.
Right.
yeah, they're going to suffer in the public eye for
Yes.
that sort of thing. So really, they may be just trying to take steps to
Sure. But it
clean up their image.
It shows a reasoned approach. You know,
Right.
they have
Sure.
a principled objection to same-sex marriage. I'm okay with them having a principled objection to it. I disagree with them greatly.
Right.
They're not running around claiming that, you know, our existence is more dangerous to the human population
Right.
than the clear cutting of forests is to the health of the planet.
Right.
Right.
Oh, God.
Which our friend in
And
Rome did
we
say.
will never let the Pope live that one down. We
Not
will
so long
never,
as I remember
That's
it.
right. We will never let the Pope forget that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, the fact that what they're seem to be clearly saying is that day-to-day life under the law, that gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, intersex, queer, questioning, etc., should all be treated fairly under the law, but we have to protect marriage.
But can you still burn witches?
Well, you know, I think they're talking about people, so if they don't classify witches as people, they might have a loophole there.
You're not worried, are you?
No.
Okay.
I'm in Connecticut.
So after all that good news, the last story that I printed out for tonight is more of a little worrisome. As much as we've talked about schools and college campuses being open-minded and being, you know, supportive and friendly places, not everywhere.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
An Alabama high school has canceled its prom because one of the organizers, a lesbian student, asked permission to bring her girlfriend.
And they canceled it.
Cynthia Stewart, a 17-year-old junior at Tharptown High School, had raised over $200, had personally raised over $200 for the event, and was working on a theme for the prom. However, when she asked the school principal if her girlfriend could attend the prom, her request was denied. Stewart was also made to remove a sticker which said, "I am a lesbian," and she was told that she did not have much free speech at school. The ACLU disagrees. They have taken up her case, demanding that Franklin County school system officials reverse the decision. It's not clear throughout the article whether the prom is on or not. Different teachers are saying different things. Apparently I don't see it here, but some teachers told classes last Thursday that the prom was being canceled altogether as a way to avoid having to deal with Stewart and her girlfriend attending.
Wow.
That's unacceptable, and I'm glad the ACLU is on that.
Well, it's, you know, it's just sort of the notion that, well, if we don't have a prom, then we don't have to get in trouble for discriminating against her.
That is
No, you can't backdoor your way out of that one.
Right.
You already told her no.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to punish the rest
Right.
of the school just because you don't want to deal with a political issue. Well, what they deem a political issue.
Right. God.
So at least one teacher made a statement to students on Monday indicating that the prom was back on, but there's been no reversal of the decision on Stewart. Stewart's comment was, "I can't believe my school is doing all of this just to keep me from bringing my girlfriend to the prom."
I can't either. Crazy. Anyway, so that's interesting.
That's my news.
Anyway, sorry. So you brought your laptop. Did you bring us anything good on your laptop?
Well, the Transgender Day of Remembrance is coming up.
November 20th. And we're certainly going to probably devote a whole show to that just prior to it. But
That would be the 18th when Sandy and Kate are here.
oh my God! Wow.
Right.
You know, see, this is where I have a problem. I never know. It's that whole time thing. It just